Hello everyone, thanks for pressing play. You are watching a brand new episode of ExcaliburCCGTV Talking Comics. Every week we come together to get you ready for Wednesday. I am Chris. This lady killer here is Randy. He is back. I got someone with me. I'm not doing it by myself. Thank you, sir.
They never found that body.
They never found it.
It's never been proved.
Everyone, we are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana, Texas. You can always find out what's going on with us at our website, ExcaliburCCG.com. We have a ton of stuff to cover this week. There are tons of new number ones that are hitting the shelf this week that we're going to talk to you about, as well as everything else. And hey, thank you to all of our new subscribers. We've had a recent uptick. We are almost at 800 subscribers.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty stinking cool. So thank you to all of our new subscribers, all of our old subscribers, current subscribers. We really appreciate it. Everybody listening on iTunes and Stitcher, thanks for being a part of the community. We really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy it because we have fun doing this. We love getting together and talking comics. We have to limit ourselves because we could be here for hours.
Yes, definitely.
So hey, let's start off with an announcement. I mentioned it last week, guys. The mega sale for all of our local people at Texarkana and here in Shreveport. The mega sale, November 19th through the 22nd. Both stores will have everything in the store on discounted from 10 to 75% off. Everything in the store is going to be discounted. The big discounts are going to come with our back issues, which start at 45% and on Thursday and will end 75% off on Sunday of that weekend. So you take your chances by getting the good discount the first day or getting the awesome discount the last day if it's still there available for you.
Yeah.
So
kill me doing it on those last days.
This guy's going to work. He's going to work. So guys, mark your calendar. This is the Christmas sale for the end of the year.
Yeah.
So
this
please,
is the Black Friday sale for us.
Yes.
And it doesn't last just one day.
No.
It lasts 4 days.
Exactly. So everything, the cards, the graphic novels, statues, shirts, games, everything is discounted at both locations with our heavy discounts on the back issues. Mark your calendars. Tell a friend. Come and have a great time during that. We'll be telling you more and more about that between now and then. Randy.
Yeah, guys, maybe last night, if you watched the History Channel, you might have watched the season premiere of Pawn Stars. And if you watched the season premiere of Pawn Stars, you might have seen this fellow that had a Superman toy that he was trying to sell. That guy happens to be John Fairless, who was the previous owner of Excalibur Comics before
serious?
Chris and Dale took over there.
Okay.
So John was on there. Now, usually with how they go on the History Channel is you can, the next week, they'll show the previous episode before they show the new episode.
Okay.
And you can probably, if you already have, you subscribe to something, you can go on to History Channel's website and watch it. You can't go on there for free anymore. You have to have a actual service provider for internet or for cable or satellite.
Okay.
But you can check out John Fairless. This guy has been in the business. He is a legend, and you love him, you hate him. He is just he is who he is.
He is who he is.
He is who he is, and you kind of see that. Apparently, he got bleeped out in one part. So it wouldn't be John if he didn't. So.
Exactly. Just my brief encounter with him at GeeksCon. Great guy to talk to and stuff, but yeah, he's a character.
He takes nothing from anybody. He's awesome. And like I said, he's a legend. So if you want to just see a little part of Excalibur before Excalibur was what it is today,
yeah,
go watch Pawn Stars possibly next week or on the History Channel's website to see that. It's really cool.
That's cool, man.
A little
so
link
cool.
to Excalibur Comics.
Yes, exactly. That's really cool.
So he didn't know about this, so I want to totally surprise Chris and tell him about it.
That was great, man.
Yeah.
That was really great.
Yeah.
I was clueless, man. So guys, there we go. Catch that episode of Pawn Stars and mark your calendars for our mega sale now. We're diving into some new number ones. I'll go ahead and kick it off, guys. We got like 10 new number ones.
Yeah,
we're gonna go ahead and knock out all the new Marvel ones that are coming out with the start of this list. Starting with Avengers vs. Infinity number 1 hitting the shelf. We got Joe Caramagna and Ron Lim drawing this series. Is going to be 4 adventures of various Avengers versus various people, sometimes even versus themselves. In this first issue, they're on an Asgardian adventure, but it looks like they may even have to fight themselves, as well as Doctor Doom, Dracula, and the Blood Brothers here in this first issue.
Sounds pretty
so
good.
There we go. Have fun with that, guys.
We've got well, you know what? I'm going to go with this one here.
Okay.
You've got that listed,
Sure.
but I'm going with this. It's finally hitting. Everybody's been asking, where's it at? It's here now. Extraordinary X-Men
Yes.
#1 is here. This is the beginning of all of Marvel's X titles coming out.
Yes.
With this, you have Jeff Lemire writing and Humberto Ramos drawing.
Yep.
You have the mutant population is in danger of being extinct again.
Yep.
And Storm puts together a team of Colossus, Magic, Old Man Logan, Young Jean, Nightcrawler, and Iceman to possibly prevent this from happening.
Yeah.
So I don't know where it's going to go, but now this is entering the era of Jeff Lemire kind of being the big person helming the X titles.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to check this one out.
Very
big,
cool.
Big stuff.
Yeah, yes. Jeff, when it said Jeff Lemire, I was like, yes,
Yeah.
I'm there. Deadpool #1 hits this week. Yes,
Another
he
big one.
is back. He wasn't going to be gone for long, guys. So here we go. I think even the same creative team as before, Jerry Duggan and Mike Hawthorne,
Yeah.
who have worked on them as various.
Yeah.
So there we go. They're back with them. He's annoying. He's dangerous. He smells terrible, but he is back. The public loves him. He is the merc with a mouth, and he has money for murky morality of missions. That was a mouthful, man. But here we go, guys. He's back. The world belongs to Deadpool. Check it out. Have all you Deadpool fans, you know who you are. He's back. Get the issue this week.
Drax #1 hits. This is written by CM Punk,
Yes.
wrestler and UFC fighter CM Punk, and being co-written by Colin Bunn. I don't recognize the artist here. It looks good from what I've seen. Scott Hepburn, I think is the name. I don't recognize him.
Right.
Someone out there could probably enlighten us. They've done a good job of helping us out before. But with this, it is clobbering time for Drax. We're going to get to see what happens outside of him being on the Guardians, and what happens is he is kind of upped his the whole mission of finding and taking down Thanos.
Yes,
but to start things off, it looks like he's going to crash land on some sort of planet where there's all sorts of unexpected villains, enemies. I don't know what you want to call them there, because he's not the most white, the white hat cowboy that you have. But he's going to have to go through them and have some wild adventures on this planet. So why did I mention it's clobbering time? This guy doesn't know, but that's what CM Punk would shout out before he went down to a match. He'd look at his watch or at his wrist and go, "It's clobbering time." And
really?
Go. So yeah.
What? He stole that from Ben Grimm, man?
Oh, he is an homage to Ben Grimm there. So he's writing Drax. It's going to be some fun stuff.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Keep going. Lots of stuff.
Another one hitting the shelf for the second time this year.
Yeah.
Which is happening with several of these titles.
Yeah.
That since Marvel's doing this all over again. Howard the Duck #1. Same creative team, same duck, new volume. So we get Chip Zdarsky and Joe Quinones on as the creative team as they were before, obviously. And there's not much about this first issue, guys. It's the title currently masquerading as Howard the Duck. The Duck is back. Same crew's back, it looks like. So there we go, guys. Those of you that were enjoying it, it's getting a second chance. I guess the sales were good enough to warrant that. So there we go. So there we go. Howard the Duck #1.
Who knows? We also have Hercules getting his own title here with #1. And this is Dan Abnett and Luke Ross.
Yes.
A little sad seeing Luke Ross name. Good art, but that Clay Mann cover is just beautiful.
Yes.
And I wish I could have had that on the inside with this. What we have here is that... let me look at this real quickly. He is going to be taking on, he being Hercules, is going to be taking on both modern and ancient threats alike, while trying to, I guess, show people that he's the original when it comes to being the first hero out there. And he's, as times shift and become more modern and advanced and futuristic or whatever, he can flow with the times.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see exactly what that means. Dan Abnett, though. Thumbs up.
The original D-Man. Yes! Speaking of D-Man, shout out to Nick Spencer. Thanks for throwing him Captain America. So there we go. Moving on, guys.
A very, slimmed down, buffed up looking D-Man.
He looks rehabbed.
Yeah.
He looks clean and ready to go. Nova #1 hits this week, and I really like what they're planning on doing with this because this pairs Nova with his father. So there we go. We got Sean Ryan and Corey Smith coming on here as the creative team. Nova, Sam Alexander teamed up with his father, who was a major missing element of the previous volume, is now going to be together with his dad, but is all as it seems with this story going on. We will find out starting with this first issue that hits this week.
Huh. Okay, I didn't realize that one. We also have, I think this is the last of the Marvel titles here, Vision #1 coming out.
Yep.
This is Tom King. I don't know if this is the first book that he's written over at Marvel, but Tom King, Injustice is what he's most been praised and known for. And Gabriel Walta is on art here. With this, Vision has this desire to have a family. What's more human than having a family?
Exactly.
And so he decides to go to the place where he was created and create a family.
Exactly.
There's absolutely nothing that can go wrong with that.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. That is a pretty creepy premise right there.
Exactly.
So, we'll see. It's everybody. They look like they're all the Norman Rockwell painting with everything.
But they're in red and green. And
see, and that almost goes against the Zero issue of Avengers, where he deprogrammed his emotions because they were getting to him. So I don't know what's up with that.
Are we getting a different Vision from one of the secret
that
worlds
could easily be.
So
That could be.
There we go.
Could be. Give me something about Grant Morrison. I think people want to hear about Grant.
Oh, yes, they do. Yes, you do, because this week,
You sound like
Grant
Mr.
Moore.
Ed.
I know, dude. I'm so excited for this. That's awesome. And when I saw this announced, I was like, yes. I was like pulling Randy's ear. I was pulling Chris's ear. Dude, did you hear about this? Let me tell you, folks. This week, Grant Morrison and Dan Mora team up with Boom Studios to give us, I'm going to say, Klaus #1. This is Grant Morrison taking on Santa Claus, the actual mythical character that we all celebrate and, comes around every year for Christmas. But with this series, Grant Morrison is going to do him like All-Star Superman style. He's going back to going to the origin of Klaus and showing us where he comes from, how he came about. We're going to be taking a look at him, like how did he begin? What was he like when he was young? How does he do what he's do? Taking on some of the Viking lore and some of the Siberian shamanism aspect of Klaus in his early days or in the early history of what we know about it and bringing it to light. So I'm really looking forward to this. You can just call it Santa Claus Year 1.
Yeah.
It's going to look great too, and I'm really looking forward to what Grant's going to do.
6 issues there.
Yeah, 6-issue miniseries, so it's not going to be an ongoing, but we should get success consecutively and have 6 issues out without hopefully no snatches or hitches or anything like that.
I think I'm going to try to one-up Chris here. Possibly.
It's there. It's
because this is not 6 issues. This is an ongoing series.
Yes.
Warren Ellis writing James Bond.
Yes.
How awesome is that? From Dynamite Studios there. What we have is that Bond is returning from Helsinki, a mission in Helsinki, and there is a fallen 00 agent that he takes up the mission of that agent that is there happening right there in London.
Exactly.
Well, there's other things a-brewing within the back streets of London that Bond doesn't know about that may have been the downfall of this other agent. I don't know. Yeah. And there happen to be some particularly sinister plans that are taking place in Berlin as well. Yes. So 2 different things going on here. The only thing that's the slightest of disappointments to me is that they gave us in the previews magazine when this came out, they gave us a couple of preview pages that were in black and white, and it looked beautiful.
Okay.
And it's in color, and that's great, but that black and white just absolutely killed it for me. I wanted to see that. I wish they would give us the choice of, pick up the black and white or the color.
Yes.
Yeah. Something like that.
That would be awesome.
I wanted it, but I'm excited about this. I'm excited about Klaus.
I know,
How do you want to say it? totally excited about that one.
Yeah.
But this right here, James Bond, it's just in time for the next movie. And,
Yes.
I mean, finally, why have we not been getting a Bond comic for some time now? I don't understand that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Supposedly this is the first one in 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's hitting. They did it right by getting some top talent on there.
And
So,
I will
yes.
say, I think that it's 12 issues that he's at least committed for.
Okay.
I think so. So 2 story arcs.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Please,
Yeah.
Warren, please make it happen.
Yeah.
So guys, two ones that we're excited about. We can talk more and more. James Bond #1 and Klaus #1.
number
So
one,
there
yeah.
we go, guys. Another one coming out. Vertigo still rolling out some of their titles with the relaunch of the Vertigo line. This week we have Unfollow #1 hitting the shelf this week by Rob Williams and Michael Dowling. Rob Williams has been around doing stuff for ComX, for DC, for several different companies and stuff. But this week we take a look at his new series Unfollow, which follows a dying social media tycoon that leaves his fortune to 140 random characters, if they're still alive by the time that he passes away.
Yeah.
And we get to see what these people will do to actually get and keep their slice of the pie as well. So that we get to take a look at several different people. We have an Iranian reporter that's on this, young black man that's trying to get help and get by in St. Louis. We have a retired special forces soldier that has a special sense of purpose. We have a thrill-seeking heiress, all in this, and many more other characters that this will focus on as well. And I got to be honest with you, I think it's an interesting take.
It's a cool concept.
Yeah, it's a really cool concept. So there we go, Unfollow #1.
Finally, we have coming from Image Comics, Monstrous #1. I know quite a few people have been looking forward to this. And from what I understand, this is supposed to be somewhat, even though it's this steampunk meets, I don't know what kaiju is, but steampunk meets
The big
kaiju.
monster.
Is that what
Like
kaiju is?
Godzilla and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Meets kaiju, kind of futuristic fantasy kind of book. It's still apparently supposed to be something that's very close to Marjorie Liu's family. That's what someone was telling me. I don't know. If someone has some confirmation on that, feel free to send us a link. Let us take a peek at that.
Yeah.
But Marjorie Liu's writing this, and Sano Tanaka is drawing this. And what you have, her name is, I've got it right here, Meiku. She is risking everything by using her psychic ability to control this giant, tremendous monster with all this power. And in doing so, she is placing herself directly smack dab in the middle of a path of a big war between humans, the human race, and these otherworldly beings, forces there. So, an interesting concept. The coolest thing about this that Image tends to do, and we all love it.
Yes.
And now the price is a little more, but $4.99 is not bad for 66 pages.
No.
Triple issue.
Exactly.
You're getting like the first 3 issues right here for $4.99.
Exactly.
Not bad.
Exactly. That's really cool. So that's bang for your buck right there, and that's the way to start off a series.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Seriously, and I really appreciate that whenever Image or whoever else does that and gives you something to really dive into and sink your teeth into.
Right.
So there we go, guys. Tons of #1s. There's even some other ones that we left off because there's just too many.
Lots of them.
There's
We've
lots
explained
of
it to you already.
Exactly. So we got some storylines to talk about real quick.
And real quickly, let's just mention that absent from all these, there are no Secret War tie-ups here, and there are still a few I think that need to be tied up.
Yeah, I think
but
so.
that's not happening this week. So tell them about what it is.
No, it's not. So, guys, two tie-ins to the whole Darkseid War. We have Justice League Darkseid War Superman #1 hitting this week, just a one-shot, taking a look at Superman evolving and having the strength of God, just being the God of strength, and becoming a brute in the process. But is there a hero that can actually turn him and change him? And then we also get Justice League Darkseid War Flash #1 as well. Flash is forced to take on the role of the Black Racer, the Arbinger of Death, but can anyone escape this Grim Reaper, and will that change for the Flash? So we get to take a look at that in this issue as well.
Be aware if you have a pull list and you long ago told your people to add this to your pull list, that it was probably listed as Justice League God and Monsters Superman, Flash, Batman, whoever else that
Exactly.
you're talking about. And when that happens, it falls off. I mean, if they use a point-of-sale system or something like that, they may not realize that that's the same thing as this Justice League Darkseid War, because the computer won't pick up on that for them. Diamond won't, or the Diamond list that they print out won't pick up on that. So make sure to call them up and go, hey, look, I had this on my list. I need it on my list. Make sure to throw all these on my list there. So that's just a little side note for it. We've also got Uncanny XMen number 600. This is the final issue of Brian Michael Bendis' book that should have come out, I think, back in like April or something.
Yes.
And they delayed for reasons unknown. I don't know what it is. What you're going to get to see here is that there are a whole lot of changes in store for the X-Men. Yeah. They're going to ask and answer the question, is Scott Summers the savior or the destroyer of the X-Men, the mutant race? We were also going to get to take a look what's going to happen to these two schools that the two factions have formed or started. And then finally, you're going to see that when all these changes happen, not everybody's going to come through this. Who's going to live? Who's going to die? Who's going to be affected by this? I don't know. And just a hint, I think it all kind of ties in with Terrigen Mist. That's yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of Scott Summers out of the picture, I was glad to see the new Extraordinary X-Men without a mention of him.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of ready to see the X-Men go take that next step.
Although
move forward.
I have never been a fan of Scott Summers until he kind of stepped out into his own, and the last couple of years of everything they've done with him have by far been the most interesting that character's ever been.
Okay.
He's
That's
not
cool.
goose stepping to Xavier's orders like he used to.
Exactly.
Okay. That's that.
So guys, there's our storylines right there. There's our storylines. New number 1 storylines. The Uncanny X-Men, if you see it all of a sudden, it's been, it was supposed to be done months ago as well. So there we go, guys. That's finally wrapping up. Now you know what time it is. It's time for our favorites. Some of the stuff that we'll be reading, to the first comics that we'll be reading near the top or at the top of our stack. Randy, what's going to be at the top of yours?
Roll short and sweet. Lazarus number 20. With this, Joanna makes her move. We'll see what that is. Part 4 of the series, or the story arc. And Paper Girls number 2. Something wicked and very strange this way comes, and the Paper Girls are involved. They've seen what it is. They don't know what's going on, and or what lies ahead for them. So,
exactly.
A great first issue.
Yes, exactly. Pick it up if you haven't, because it was a good, really good first issue. So guys, and for me, please stay on guard number 5, the bloodiest battle yet. And if you've read up until this point, you know what happened at the end of that last issue. You know it's going to be a battle issue here. So I'm really looking forward to that, seeing how Steve Scrooge brings it all to us. Also, Doctor Strange, number 2. We get to take a walk through the madhouse that is the Sanctum Sanctorum, Doctor Strange's home. I really want to check that out. And with Chris Baccello on art, it's going to be awesome, freaky, amazing, all the above. Be sure and reread it, because Chris will throw things in there in the art that you won't catch the first time. Yeah. So it's going to be fun. So I'm looking forward to both of those issues.
Yeah, and his little guest, Zelma, has the worst case of dandruff I've ever seen.
The worst case. That's awesome.
Get some head and shoulders on that girl.
Gets the smell.
Something.
So guys, hey, we got a bit of a rumor mongering question of the week for you this week. There's 2 rumors. There are 2 rumors circulating that we want to know your opinion of. Randy, you tell them about yours.
Yeah, we'll tell them each about the particular one. Yes. So I want to know, which do you think holds more validity? Which is more absurd? What rumor are you buying into more? We'll say that.
Okay.
So I am going with the rumor, and spoilers here. Well, I don't know spoilers, but if you don't want to hear any more about Star Wars or
Batman versus Superman,
then just go ahead and end the video right now.
Exactly.
But with Star Wars, there are rumors going around that Luke has been absent from everything, from the trailer, from the video, or from the poster, and the rumors are either A, Luke is actually Kylo Ren, or B, Luke has embraced the dark side and is the Emperor. That's the first rumor.
Second rumor has to do with Batman vs. Superman, and that the Ben Affleck version of Batman that we're seeing for this movie isn't actually Bruce Wayne Batman. It's actually Slade Wilson Deathstroke, because of his appearance, of how he's a bit older, gray hair on the sides. That Jeremy Irons' character is not Alfred. He's another butler type character that Slade Wilson has had in the past. With the trailer for Batman vs. Superman, the way that we see Ben Affleck, Bruce Wayne running toward the falling building to save lives and stuff, an aspect of Deathstroke's superhuman abilities that he has. So because other people are saying as well that they are trying to keep Christopher Nolan's Batman as the Batman for this universe. So the rumor is that Ben Affleck Bruce Wayne is really Deathstroke. So these are the two different rumors that we're hearing and we've read about, and we want to know what you think. Which one do you think is even possibly remotely true? In the comments below, we want you to tell us what you think.
Yeah, and real quickly, I'll say this. That one of the things they're saying as far as Luke Skywalker goes is that Yoda tells him when he's training in Dagobah that if he leaves, then he'll fall victim to the dark side. However, he returns to see Yoda in Return of the Jedi. And Yoda tells him, Yoda doesn't say, I cannot teach you, you're a student of the dark side now. He tells him, I can't teach you anymore. You've learned all that you can. And so Yoda is fairly welcoming of this guy into his home, even though he's dying there.
Exactly.
They say that Luke purposely lied to the Jabba that he's giving him these two droids there. Whereas I feel that was more Luke trying to use a Jedi mind trick that just wasn't working on Jabba.
Right.
Similar to these aren't the droids you're looking for.
Exactly.
And they'll say that that he, when he's fighting Vader there, that he goes beyond but I think that he realizes he's going too far and decides not to. And as far as people saying that we haven't seen him, no, we haven't seen him, but we have heard him. Who is it that's talking, that's saying that my father had the Force, I had the Force, my sister has the Force, and you have the Force? Who do you think that is?
Who do you think that is?
Luke
Seriously,
Skywalker.
Yes, exactly.
Come on.
Exactly.
I mean, whether or not that's his hand putting on, that's put on R2.
Right.
I don't know. But we hear him. And if you've read Shattered Empire, which is canon,
okay,
the Force Awakens Shattered Empire that Greg Rucka wrote, we kind of get to see exactly what's going on there with Luke, and I think it's very similar to what some other theories that we've seen. I'm not going to get into those, but I'm saying that this is a bunk theory here. It's someone that thought Vader was cool as a kid. That wants Luke to be cool. Luke was already cool, guys. Sorry.
Exactly. So
real quickly.
What? Honestly, I see it as a possibility that this Batman could be Deathstroke, but I don't really buy into it because with what we see with the trailer, in part of the trailer, there's a damaged Robin suit. Why would Deathstroke go that far as to even have a Robin?
That's true.
Well, and more to the point, why would Deathstroke even go as far as to impersonate, try to be Bruce Wayne or Batman? What is going on there?
Whole movie.
Is there something he's trying to atone for? Is he responsible for something? That doesn't really lend much credence to what's going on for me.
Yeah.
Plus, there's no way that they're going to take such a well-known, established character in either the form of Bruce Wayne or Batman and change it to somebody like Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, a much lesser-known character, even though the character did get spotlight and have a lot of airtime on the Arrow TV series. It's a totally different medium and universe completely.
Would be a bold move, but
exactly.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that as well. That it sounds like a bunk theory. Which, but I mean, that's not the question. Which is, is it true or not? It's which do you think holds more validity or might could be real.
Honestly, for me, out of both of these, the Star Wars one holds a little more water in that bucket.
I can see that, but I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, exactly.
On the other hand, Bruce Wayne running towards a building. He's not just running towards a building. Bruce Wayne is running towards a Wayne Corps Enterprise building that's falling. That's billions of dollars he's losing right there. Of course he's going to be running towards it. My money! That's what he cares about right there. Yeah, he does not get interested in this Superman, taking down and destroying a city until it's his building that falls. That's when he gets a little peeved there.
Then it's time to do something about that.
So, yeah, I didn't realize that about that not being Alfred. Or is it Alfred? Or
Jeremy Irons is supposed to be Alfred.
But they're saying that within the rumor that it's not actually Alfred, but
apparently it's like Wilson had a type of second right-hand man that worked with him. I can't remember his name, but there was an older guy.
Yeah,
very very similar. So
I'm really sad that it's not my cocaine that's You never saw they had that where it sounds like when he says his name. It sounds like he's saying, my cocaine. My cocaine.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That's awesome.
But he's too busy with Vin Diesel and The Last Witch Hunter right now. So there we go. There we go. He's still fighting evil. There we go. So, guys, that's the question of the week. Tell us what you think about these rumors. Which one holds more water? Which one is bunk to you? Tell us in the comments below. Tell us your theories as well. Let's talk about it. Let's have some fun with it.
And see if you can also catch what I've done differently in the comic shop, why I was not here last week. That's another thing.
Yes, exactly. So all you locals, exactly, you've got to do that because it has changed a bit.
Yeah.
There we go. Got to get ready for that mega sale, so that's coming up.
It is.
So guys, that's it for this week. Tons of great, exciting looking number ones hitting the shelf. A few storylines, some of our favorites, and come on, how about that question of the week? Seriously. Have some fun with that. Tell us what you think in the comments below because we want to talk to you about it. You know we love doing that. So guys, that is it for this week. That's a wrap. Randy, anything else to add, sir?
Sub question of the week, is it Klaus or Claus?
Thank you, sir. Tell us that as well, because we can go on about that as well. So, guys, listen, that's it. Hope you had a great Halloween weekend. Now we're moving into Thanksgiving. Maybe some additional surprises coming up for you guys, because you know we love you. So, guys, that's it for this week. So take care. Read some great comics. Leave us some comments down below, and we will see you in our next video. Bye-bye.